Our High Holiday Committee, made up of Mark Brenner, Michael Sue, Jody, Sandra Wellman, Howard Bloom, myself, and our fearless leader, Ralph, is working diligently to provide all of us with warm and meaningful services. It's certainly a challenge, as the same old does not apply. But I'm confident, no, actually, I know, that with everyone's support and participation, we'll get through this crazy pandemic as an even closer and stronger community. Now, just a note about our plans to Zoom the High Holiday services. We haven't really announced that yet. I will put something out in the newsletter, and we will talk more about this at the AGM, and it hasn't really been announced too much. It's been mentioned here and there, but some people may be wondering, what are we doing? Now, you may have heard of the term Pikuach Nefesh. I have lots to study in my rabbinical program on that. They give all kinds of reasons, explanations, and questions. Is this Pikuach Nefesh? Is this Pikuach Nefesh? Well, let me explain what Pikuach Nefesh is. It is the principle in Jewish law that the preservation of human life overrides virtually any other religious rule. Example, ultra-Orthodox person is having a baby on Shabbat. Mom goes into labor. Does she go to the hospital? It's Shabbat. She has to drive there. Does she go?
Yes.
You all knew that. You all knew that. It just makes sense. In Jewish law, to preserve a life is the most important thing, overrides every Jewish law. When the life of a specific person is endangered, any mitzvah, what we call lo ta'aseh, the Ten Commandments, there's a lot of these, don't do this, don't do that. So that lo ta'aseh, don't do, it becomes inapplicable. Now, when planning the format for our services and our high holiday services during the time of COVID-19, this is Pikuach Nefesh, the highest value, which we will adhere to and strive for. If gathering physically carries a reasonable possibility of causing illness and or death, in our tradition called sakanat nefesh, we are not prepared to take the slightest chance of this happening. Sakanat nefesh, when there's any possibility of causing death. Pikuach nefesh is preserving a life. Sakanat nefesh, a possibility. We are not even for sakanat nefesh also. We're not going to take the chance. And it is for this reason that our High Holiday Committee has chosen to proceed with Zoom services for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We know that for many of us, our wonderful and inspirational Am Shalom choir, Shirat Am Shalom choir, is a core of the High Holy Day experience. However, indoor singing has been scientifically proven to be one of the most effective ways to spread COVID-19, especially when done in choirs. At this time, live music with others present goes against our basic Jewish laws of Pikuach Nefesh and Sakanat Nefesh, the prohibition against placing people in physical danger. The same applies to shofar sounding. Shofar blowing produces highly dangerous levels of widely circulating and quite hazardous COVID-19 aerosols. Sounding even a single shofar blast indoors in a room in which multiple people are present, or in which multiple people will enter within 30 minutes of the sounding, violates our fundamental Jewish values of Pikuach Nefesh. But we will be treated on Zoom to the sound of the shofar from the safety of Mark Brenner's home. Now, traditionally, we don't blow the shofar on Rosh Hashanah when Rosh Hashanah falls on Shabbat. Our minhag and as many Reformed congregations, we actually do, but we limit the number of shofar sounds. So that is what we'll do. You'll hear it, God willing, in your safe environments. But we will limit the number of shofar blasts. Won't be as many as are usually done. But you'll hear it. Same with Avinu Malkeinu. It's a whole other story. That's usually not done on Shabbat. But again, our minhag, because it is such an important part of the service, it's a core prayer that people identify with, that in the past we've decided, Shalom, as in many Reformed congregations, that we will continue with Avinu Malkeinu. It just resonates so importantly, as we've had so many discussions on Jewish identity, and this really hits that Jewish identity for so many of us. Please be sure to read